great, like frosted flakes.
All right, I think we are live now. Let's go to here. We do have a private chat where we can discuss. So it looks like we are live to Northfield football page. So if you have your phones out, go share that. Um, and then we kind of just continue.
Some of you guys got to work on your background games. Need as much stuff as possible in the background.
Yeah, I mean, I have the garage wall. So
I got to say,
welcome everyone to tuning in. I see as we're going to get started as soon as more people get on to watching. It's going to be a great episode tonight. You know, we're actually up and running, unlike last week where we had a little stall out. But there's before we get started, once we're going to get these numbers going, we'll start off with just let's just have some chit chat real quick. We'll do a 5 minutes of just quick chit chat. Did anyone have anything to say right now or anything anyone want to talk about as we're going into? We'll start off at 7:35 at the actual show. So whatever you guys want to talk about, it's open.
introductions.
Fuck you guys.
What's up?
You suck.
That's kind of rude. Don't be the first person to talk it. All right, bro.
Hey, Josh. Good shit on that.
Just
On what?
I said on that on the talking page. Yeah,
You know those diamonds don't gleam and shit. You know that, right?
it's okay.
They told us they were real. I think they're real.
There's no way they're real.
No, of course they're not.
It's real.
Got you, bro.
Hey, don't even trip, bro. Real's what you make it. Don't let these boys tell you it ain't real.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
real.
it is a ring.
I've been doing it for a lot of years, and this is the first time I won a national championship. Feels great.
Hey,
Oh,
congratulations.
loser.
I mean, I've been with Super Friends for a long time.
Yeah, that'll take a while.
All right, guys, as everyone's tuning in, we got 37 people with us right now in the chat going hot. We'll try to highlight some people as they're in chat. We'll do some chat overlays at some point. Everyone's tuning in. So let's see. We'll try to tune in those social media contents.
Hey.
Dom's already talking crap, saying that BA get new uniforms.
Yeah, Dion, I'm bald, so what? And Turney, you're trash. He said Torres is trash. Turney's trash.
Hey,
No, I'm a hater.
Tony's my girlfriend in football. He hates me. Mike, how much does Attorney hate me?
A lot.
Laptop.
Dumbass, you look like Cinderella in that blue.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get started with
Dom
today's
could have got
show.
on here. What the fuck? Why is he talking? Did he not get an invite?
Dom was not. We were maxed out tonight. We're trying to switch it up every week, keep it, everyone on their toes. So that way everyone kind of gets a share of the love on the spotlight. So like I said before, guys, we're gonna make this podcast. Everyone be respectful, or else don't make me mute you, because I will mute you. You don't want to be muted.
Can you mute the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, the chat. I can't mute the chat,
You're
but
lucky, Dom.
I'll mute the individual. So let's kick off the show. Let's welcome everyone in today's podcast of the Comish podcast. We got a massive showing today. Let's give a roll call here. Giuseppe, the Comish of Northfield. Jeremy, go in order, guys.
What's up, man? How you guys doing today? You guys ready for this show? I know a couple people on here. Josh from BA, he was talking. I'm hoping to hear from him. I can't wait to hear from him. So I'm ready to have a good show. Be entertaining today, guys. So don't hold back. Remember that.
Don't
Lance,
hold back.
you
Let's
feel me?
have fun.
It's Lance, number 4 corner in the league. Just so y'all know, y'all ain't see me at corner yet though. But that's my real position. I'm really like that.
We're about to see it.
Hey, I think you like that at receiver, though. No bullshit.
I just can't catch the ball. That's why we only run screens.
It's all right. You receive the ball.
We got our special guest up there in the corner. Give yourself a shout out.
What's happening? I'm Fro. If you don't know me, you haven't been playing long enough.
Right, that's short and sweet, right? I thought he was going somewhere with that.
Yeah, I thought he was. He just stopped there.
As you're talking, Mike, give yourself a shout out. What team you
Mi-
repping?
Mike, yeah, the captain of Next Level, started it here, ready to go.
Okay. Who we got next to you, Mike?
Jason, QB1.
So, yep, I'm Jason, also part of Next Level and currently the quarterback.
The better
Okay.
looking twin.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Mr. Shit Talker, what's up? We
He's
can't hear
looking
you.
why? Oh
muted.
man, he's muted.
Done,
Oh,
man.
we
muted
should keep him like
himself?
that the whole show.
Yeah, he's keeping.
Did
Nah,
he mute
can't
himself?
hear you. Can't hear you, bro.
Get him out the classroom. Get that boy out the classroom.
Still can't hear him.
You can't hear him? I just heard him. No one wants to see your place. Oh, what is that?
Is that the Angry Orchard thing? Yeah.
I think it is.
Is that what girls drink? I don't know.
I had one
All
of
right.
those in the fridge for 4 years.
That's just
All right, who we got next to him?
I'm Pesak, kicker, Super Friends.
Simple, straightforward. All right, we got. What's your thing? Did it for number 2?
Yes, sir. Did it for number 2, man. Long live Chuck. That's who I won this championship for. I'm David, though, by the way.
All right, and then who's the last but not least? We got our last guest of the night. Give yourself a shout out.
hiding in the car.
He's driving.
Yeah.
Bro, be safe. All right, we skipping him. Let's get
Yo, back to me. I forgot to shout out BGs. Shout out Jermaine. Shout out Vince. Shout out Laura. I got a list. Hold on, let me grab the list.
All right. We'll come back to you. You have your time to shine. All right. Let's talk about, most importantly, Super Friends, FFWCT, or USA Flag World Champions. We're going to start off the show by talking with David and Pesak over here. I know that, you guys had some challenging games towards the end of that run and then had that amazing championship game. So let's get your point of view, how you guys were at USA Flag over there and competing. Whichever one wants to go first, let's hear you out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start it because David doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. It was fun. It was a fun tournament. As everybody had the same choice, right? USA Flag or going to UFFL. We played UFFL last year, and I think one of the reasons why we decided to go to FFWCT was mostly like for the pageantry that's involved with the tournament that you don't, at least that we didn't get in UFFL in the past, and then to run away from Dom, of course, because everyone's scared of Dom and knew it. But it was an awesome tournament. Played a lot of really good teams. Played a lot of out-of-state teams, which was sweet. Next Level was actually the only team that we played that was in-state, so it was cool to be able to play 6 games against out-of-state teams.
For the 100th time playing you guys.
Yeah, we played a lot. We played Next Level a lot in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an awesome tournament. Defense played awesome the entire way through. Had some really close games, like you mentioned, which makes the tournament even more fun, especially when you win. Obviously, it's not as fun if you lose those. But just played really good for 7 games going into the championship. And if you guys listen to one of the other podcasts that Donnell was on, talked about how the championship was really, there's no way we were losing that championship just with how the tournament went and how well we were playing. And the semifinal win to get into the championship, there's no way we were losing, and pretty much just dominated the championship. So it was a pretty fun tournament.
Okay. David, how was your take on it?
It was fun. It was fun. The atmosphere was fun. I mean, it was competitive. Like there wasn't, I don't think we probably had like maybe 2 easy games, but other than that, I mean, we got smacked in the mouth a few times, and as a team, we just bounced back and fought through it. And we ended up coming. I don't know, man. I just think as a team, we had one goal, and everybody was set on that goal. There was no arguing. There was no bullshit going on our team. It was fun. That's what really made it fun, was everybody was locked in, tuned in. Josh ran a great offense. 3 game-winning drives, field goals, like the shit was unreal. Like,
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. I know that, I was watching thanks to your, I think it was your cousin.
Yeah.
thanks to him, we got to see the games live from here at home, and I think that was awesome that we were able to see you guys win it out there in Tampa. Pesak, let's talk about that semifinal game with you guys' last 2 minutes, coming back, taking it all the way down the field, and then using your leg to send you guys to the ship. What was going through your mind during that time?
Yeah, a lot. So I'll take it from kind of two sides. So the football side and then kind of the personal side. On the personal side, it was our defense played so well the entire tournament, and you only get 3 drives essentially. Like every time you play a game in these tournaments, it's like you get 3 drives and that's it. So you don't have a lot of time to make up for drives or make up for scores that were given up. And we were playing 614 Reapers that we just watched them play 4TF. We felt pretty confident going into the game. Started out, first drive was a touchdown. So, we felt really good. And they had one fluke touchdown catch at the beginning of the second half.
Fluke, that man made an amazing catch. That was probably the best catch I've ever seen.
Yeah. Gage was ready to pick it off. We thought he overthrew his guy, and dude just one-handed grabbed it, like full stride for like a 60-yard touchdown. And it was brutal, but we were down 1 point at the end, 7-6. So we get the ball back. I threw a bad pick, got like hit in the back a little bit, which just caused the ball to go a little bit flat. Threw a pick, and like you're thinking the game's over. Needed to get a stop, and the defense, it's funny because the defense can come through by getting a stop, or they can come through by giving up a touchdown, and that's what happened. We needed to let the 614 score a touchdown. They were dumb, and they did. Gave us one more chance to go down the field. With 30 seconds left, I was like, I can't possibly go back to our sideline after the tournament our defense played and be the reason that we lost the game. Like, that would have been brutal. I don't know if I could have. I would have just walked home probably if that was the case. But from a football standpoint, we've been in so many of these games. Even last year at Nationals, I think of the 6 games we played, 5 of them were 1-score games where we had to drive at the end of the year. And that's what happened to us. Even at NFE, some of the games we lost were always close and had a chance at the end. So you go in, right, and it's what plays do we know we can run? We've had some awesome practices with New Wave where we just ran through our offense, where we knew if we were in a no-huddle drill, we knew exactly the plays we were going to. We knew who was going to be lined up where, and we had confidence in it. And so that's what we did. For first play, had a play that we had set up the entire game. I missed the throw, but we got a roughing the passer penalty on it, got us 15 yards. We ran a variation of one of the plays we call hungover that we actually ran against Next Level in the TFL championship on 4th and 30, where we got the first down on that long penalty. So we call that hungover, but it's a play that the Packers run. And got that play, ran it to the other side, and threw a deep ball to Jason, who made probably the catch of the tournament on down to like the 1-yard line. And so it's like when you go into those situations, you've been there before. It's easy to feel confident like you can do it again. Not a lot of time, but you know the plays you're going to run. You know how many plays you can get off, and you know when you got to take shots. And then to come through, right, and score with 5 seconds left, a 30-second drive that spanned about 70 yards. There's no way you lose that game in overtime, right? So we just had to execute the PAT, flawless snap, hold, kick, overtime. Defense gets a huge sack.
Boy, Quan for that sack, man. That was clutch.
So it was, obviously you're nervous in that scenario, but once you're out on the field, as any football player knows, right, you're just executing the game plan. You're just go to what you know works, make plays. Offensive line played awesome. Like, I could shout out every single player on our team because all 30 guys on the roster just showed out and did their jobs. And so that's what you do in those tight games. Just do your jobs, trust people to make plays, and it makes it easier.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching it. I had the pleasure to watch it on the, the stream, and I think a lot of people were watching, and we saw you guys definitely do your thing out there, and we're proud of you guys. I know everyone's representing Chicago, and it was nice to see that that side of the bracket, just Chicago in general, take it over in Tampa and watch someone take it home from Chicago. So that was pretty awesome to watch from everyone's standpoint, and watch you guys just do your thing. Your defense was unstoppable out there, it looked like. So that was pretty cool. Jeremy, do you got anything to ask the Super Friends, the world champs, before we get on to the next topic?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I was out there watching them live, and it was pretty nice to see a team, like I said, and it was kind of close almost to having a all-Chicago championship. because Reapers was really close too on the other side. So it would have been cool to see that kind of matchup as well, to see two Chicago teams in the championship. But man, Super Friends were on fire. They were playing as a team. They had that game against 614 Reapers was a nail biter, and it was fun to watch. Like I said, anytime you get a game that close and scoring like that, it was really cool to watch. They did their thing, and they're champions, and hey, hats off to them. It's kind of sucks that he retired and Josh, because he probably has a lot more football left in him. But yeah, it was awesome to see. Like I said, so congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to say too, because I know like there's a lot of teams in Chicago, right? And there's obviously the big teams and the teams that still have a lot of work to do. I don't think the teams in Chicago realize how good Chicago is at 8-man football. Like you go to these tournaments, and yeah, 3 of the 4 teams were in the semis from Chicago, and UFFL was no different, right? You had the championship was 2 Chicago teams, and so I think like everybody in Chicago needs to kind of give a round of applause to themselves, because we're really good at football. We need some more teams to compete with Phantoms and to be up there with Hammer, but we beat each other up throughout the year, and it pays dividends when we all go down to Florida and beat other teams up.
Yeah. I can't agree more. That's, watching from my standpoint, I watch you guys play all year round, and I can't agree that even more. Teams are going to want to play us more. I think teams realize now Chicago is the 8-man capital. You know what I mean? But let's get on to the next topic, because we're trying to, get to everyone today. Let's talk about, I'm going to stir stuff up a little bit. Let's talk about Josh and Next Level, the little drama that happened on the shit talking page. Let's throw some stuff out there. So what are you starting? Why you can't let them just rebuild and deal with their internal conflicts? What the heck was that about?
Yeah, we'll never hear. It is what it is. You can't talk.
Man, what's going on with your mic? Yeah, bro. All right, we skipping him. Let's talk about. We'll come back to that, because Josh, Mr. Shit Talking himself, can't even talk right now due to his mic error.
Hey, and he was the first team we scrimmaged this offseason.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about Next Level, guys. We got some 3 Next Level guys in here right now making their debut to Northfield Elite. You guys went over in TFL. You played in TFL. You dominated in TFL. Got your two ships there. How do you guys feel coming into this elite season, being kind of like almost the underdogs in it? I know we have a lot of new teams, but you got some competition. How do you guys feel about that?
I've been running teams for 12 years. It came to, I think, like last summer was the first year at Next Level, when it was Carroll Stream League. Super Friends was dominating nonstop, and then I pretty much went like, you know what, 12 years of sucking really sucks. So then I hit up Finger, and I was like, yo, because Jackals was done, I was like, would you come play with us? Because, I'm done losing. I had to cut a bunch of really good friends of mine because the talent just wasn't there, which was probably the hardest thing for me to separate. Was like, I want to be the worst player on the team, and by far I am. But from there, pretty much just went and tried to recruit people. We won back-to-back in TFL. From there, like getting all the pieces was really good. The twins, Finger, Chase, were pretty much with us since day one. Jesse, and by far one of my favorite corners, was one of the best players I met. Getting Jesse, I think that helped us big time, because corner we used to lack it hard. Then I see all the smack talk about TFL, but a lot of these teams have played in TFL. Not only that, a lot of super teams have been made in TFL. So like us going back to back, I'll take it. People could talk smack, they could do what they want. We've been in all the tournaments, year, done pretty good. Lost the Memorial Day tournament to 4TF in the semifinals to Hail Mary. That was always nice. But I mean, yeah, it was a really good game.
Yeah,
we lost. I mean, going to Worlds was big. Going up there for the first time, never been there. None of us knew what to expect. First time going up there, being in the top 8, I'll take it. Our kicker broke his collarbone the day before game started, so that kind of sucked. We had a receiver kicking for us last minute and also playing corner. Had a receiver playing linebacker. because people canceled. So I mean, watching the stacked like Super Friends team, having like 30 solid starters, gave me an idea of how to move forward in the future with our team. And I mean, we had some huge additions just from Worlds till now, like adding Josh Hayes, Chasing Finger back, having Monty at center. I think that's huge. We still have Trinity for our spread, and blocking back, things like that. Got Saab, who wasn't able to make it to Florida with us because he decided to take vacation a week early in Florida. And then too, like having like the DBs that we have are big, picked up a lot of people. Josh got to practice us a little bit, but Jesse was quarterback for 3 of those drives.
Can y'all hear me? Can I talk
now we can.
Okay. I'm here now.
Yeah, I think like all around we got 30 solid guys on our roster now, which talent isn't everything. It's gonna come down to us playing together as a team.
Do you feel like it was the right move to go to NFE right away instead of a comp in Northfield? You just thought, you guys were ready for NFE right now. So I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that you're not. I think it's a great move. I'm actually glad to see that we have 10 teams in NFE. It was getting kind of tiring to see 8. So I'm glad to see guys actually jump up and take it by his horns and actually do something up here. We'll see. Like I said, I hope that you guys come up, Silent Assassins, TIU. But I believe that you guys probably, will battle for, I don't know, maybe 5th. We'll see how it goes together. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of good teams up there.
On next level, I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion on next level.
Yeah, you practice.
Josh, you're up.
I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion on next level. I like the team. We scrimmaged them on Saturday. I like the team. They got a lot of good guys. But as far as the jump to NFE, they're gonna get smacked in the mouth. It's gonna be hard for them to compete with Phantoms, New Wave, Hammer. They competed with FOTF. Fuck FOTF. FOTF got a lot of work to do themselves. It's gonna be hard for them to compete with.
But we've been there.
These. FOTF got a lot of work to do. Y'all been there. Y'all got the talent. Of course, y'all gonna be there. Y'all got the talent across the board.
We were top 3 last NFE.
Josh, to rebuttal you a little bit, bro. We're talking about, their main goal is objective to tournament play and all that. And I think, with them, I know one big thing that they've been talking about online is, traveling more. I think the reason why they went to the NFE, no matter what the outcome is, the same way Silent Assassins moved up, TIU, is because they want to compete to get ready for that point because they feel like they're ready so that they can get ready to play out of state and just hit these teams. I mean, we're talking about, there's teams that's gone out in the NFE and they struggled, but then they come back and they play, an out-of-state team and they whoop them. So, I think it's a lot of times, I think you pick and choose what level you feel comfortable at and you taking that risk because at the same time, they chose to go up one and play for a little bit more money and risk that, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go against Phantoms. I'm going to go against – let's bring it back a little bit to upset that happened in the 3-4 season when Jackals came back, was the lower seed, and came back and played Hammer. Does everyone remember that?
Yeah, they beat Showtime to get there.
Because you never know who's going to win every beginning Sunday. So,
it's the work for sure. It's 100%.
I was on that Jackals team. We had a stack team.
But at the same time,
wasn't like
at the same time, I feel like you should have stayed to you got to win in to get there.
Bro, what were you saying, bro?
It's the work that they want to get for sure because a lot of these Chicago teams, like y'all said, we go out of state and we beat the shit out of state teams because we get the work in state. But I feel like NFE should have stayed. You got to win in to get there because now we got TIU. TIU gonna get the shit slapped out of them in NFE. Silent Assassins is a decent team. I like them. They're gonna do work. Next level, they gonna face teams like Silent Assassins and TIU, and they're gonna be like, okay, then they're gonna go up against Phantoms and they're gonna get smacked, and it's gonna be like, damn, that's a reality check.
I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think you overestimate what those games are like. Like all the Chicago teams play other Chicago teams well. I mean, we had Super Friends had 8 guys at every single game last year, and we almost beat Phantoms
really well.
Right? And like obviously they beat us; they're a better team, but like Next Level's played in a lot of tournaments. They've played against good teams. They have the nationals experience now. I don't think it's the same as like Throw It Up moving up. I mean, I agree with you there. I think Throw It Up is going to probably struggle a little bit. But you also got to remember that you have all of these teams, all of these elite teams, always bitching at teams to get up and play, move up and play competition. I don't agree with like having to do that. Like if you wanted to play football and you enjoy playing football, like who gives a shit what level you're playing at? That's up to you, not to anybody else. But if you're going to have teams that all are constant, we need more people in NFE. Don't dog the guys that are moving up and playing in NFE. Then, like regardless of whether you think they're going to be successful or not.
I agree.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody's dogging them. Like I said before, I think it's good to see them up there too. Like I said, it's one of those things where we didn't have enough teams, and it's good to see these teams move up. It's going to help them going down to any tournament they go down. The more that they travel, like I said, I really do believe that tournament ball is just different than regular season. You have more time regular season to get your offense on the field, defense. The games kind of go a little longer. Tournament ball is just so much different. It goes by so much faster. Like you were saying, you get 3 possessions, maybe a game, depending on how that other offense does on there or their defense, right? So it's definitely a different ball game, but it does get you better going against the top teams over here. Because when you go against teams that barely show up in the rec or comp teams who are just there just to have fun, kind of, it's not really helping you out. Iron sharpens iron. You kind of got to go against the best. I think Jason's brother said it. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So it's good to see them up there. And I think it's going to help them, especially going into if they go up to UFFL or FFWCT, whichever way they decide. It's going to help them come tournament time and come national time. So it's definitely good.
I respect the move 100%. I respect the move. I think they're going to get good work. Absolutely. And if they go back to FFWCT, they're probably going to win that. But I feel like I just know from playing those teams that is definitely gonna be real work that they're gonna get 100%.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun NFE. I think there's gonna be a lot of upsets.
I mean, I think one of the biggest things is that people don't realize with us is we've never been scared of competition. We're always there. Like even when I ask a scrimmage, right? People are in my inbox. I don't care what team you're at. I'm down to play. Like we're ready to go. We realized when we were in Tampa, just like Josh said earlier, Chicago has the best A-man football, right? So our goal is, do we think as of right now with so many new pieces, because tournament after tournament the past year, I've showed up with 20 guys that have always just pretty much been our players. One time we borrowed Gage and Ben, which was a great tournament, but we've always showed up with our core guys. That's it. And this year, we've added a bunch of new pieces to get some more depth going, because I noticed that a lot of the good teams, you got depth. But, like, I think we could definitely compete. Jason's only – people don't realize it. He's only been playing flag for a year, let alone quarterback for a year. He played receiver before that.
Let's kind of pivot a little bit. We're talking about next level. Let's talk with Josh real quick. Let's give a couple minutes to them. Let's hear about BA. What does BA have in store for comp season this year? Like, what are you guys expecting? And then after that, we're gonna hit up Fro.
BA working right now. We putting in real work right now. We kind of at a rebuild. Our first season we came in. BA has never been a team that's missed the playoffs. Our first season we came in, we went to the championship and lost against Empire our first season. Next season we played. We played in TFL. We went to the championship, lost against Brotherhood. So we got the pieces. BA is definitely working right now. Dom, you can keep talking.
Y'all gonna be ready in like 2026?
We could scrimmage at any time, Dom. No, BA just we want to win in though. We want to win comp, and then we want to win into NFE. When we make it to NFE, they're gonna have to see us. Pretty much, we got our pieces. We got everybody that's originally BA that everybody wants, that 4TF want. 4TF knocking on our door bad. They want our door bad.
Wait, did you really say 2026?
No, that's what I mean. They want to be BA too. They want to be BA too.
Hey,
I got caught up. I was like,
he
what?
just said he lost to Brotherhood. I mean,
they want to be BA too. They want to be over here too. His guys over here. Chris Dalton, that's his boy. Corey Dalton, that's his boy.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're my dogs for sure.
So but BA working though. Everybody gonna have to see us pretty much.
Well, let's definitely keep an eye on them for the season in that comp league. As you know, as we're rolling around. Let's talk about with Fro real quick. Let's talk about, I saw some talk saying that the Reapers are the underdogs as well in the top teams. You guys are not considered, you guys had that merger, the merger of success. It's very hard for mergers to work. I know you guys have gone through a lot of rebuilding, revamping, winning summer comp, saying, you know what, we're going to go to elite. You guys came to elite, had a great season. Let's hear from you. Like, how was your guys' time rebuilding and having that merger?
I mean, I guess a lot of merges work. I mean, merging is how you get better. I mean, you don't look at, Hammer merged with, two teams to become Hammer, and Hammer merged to now be what Hammer is now. So like, there's like people merge all the time. I think it's more so just about, I'm sick of being the underdog. Like, I'm sick of that. Like, I'm sick of just not having enough, or not being big enough, or not being, whatever. Like, I thought we played, we went 5-1. Like one of the top teams. We've been like NFE, but we knew that like with a merge, we're gonna win right away. So to stay in comp was a way to play together, win together, and then move to NFE when we knew that it was gonna be hard. We're gonna argue, we're gonna fight, we're gonna look at each other like, you ain't doing your job. That's what next level is gonna have to go through, is like going through every week, and they're like, oh, this is a tough team. Oh, this is a tough team. Like, it ain't getting any easier. So like, I'm excited that I'm coming in and wanting to play, because it just shows that, it's about competition. Like, we're not all gonna beat Phantoms and Hammer. You know what I mean? But the point is so that when we go down to nationals, you have a run. I thought they played well. I think that 4CF was expecting, and they hadn't been playing long enough. It's only their first. It's all black shirts guys, but it's different when you're running shit.
I mean, that's kind of one of the narratives that's always around, is black shirt guys. I mean, guys that played on black shirts. I mean, there's guys playing on black shirts in Hammer, Phantoms, New Wave. Do you want to call them black shirts? I mean, that's kind of getting ridiculous and old. People keep saying it, but
because you were on black shirt, it's about our willing.
I mean, you played on black shirts. I mean,
to play. It's I was. I mean,
well, it's like, I mean, and people can say what they want, but I mean, 4TF is kind of a newer team. We're still putting things together. We're not the same. And that's kind of how it is. All these teams are. BA, the same thing. Like he said, man, people are putting their teams together, and you're going to hear Dom talk. He's a little dog that, barks really loud. So he wants to talk. He wants to be out there. He wants to be out there. He wants to get under people's skin. That's his game. He loves it. And you know what? It's awesome, bro. Don't get me wrong. That stuff kind of fuels everybody. It makes people show up to the games. It makes people stay and watch these games on Sunday. And that's really cool when the sidelines are jumping because you got two teams that people want to see, because the message board is going back and forth. Like, that's what it's all about. Don't get me wrong. We used to have the message board for Northfield back in the day, and K-Mac was on there getting teams rowdy. It's not like it is now.
I mean, I miss the smack talk. Like, I like that, like it gives you another reason to like go a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chicago, TFL, wherever. I think we play each other enough, but we're able to play we're able to play hard, and that's what I like. I just feel like, you guys, it's always the same narrative with us. We're never gonna be, a top. Somebody looks at what we did at nationals. Nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody's saying like, oh damn, like top 3. Oh, I didn't realize. Like, no, like nobody, like, unless you were there, you didn't watch us play 613 Reapers last year. We played last year and knocked them out of the tournament. They played 4TF or sorry, us.
Super.
My bad. In the championship. Like, first comes up to me, he's like, what do they do? I'm like, yo, when we start playing, we shut that shit down. I was like, 4-4, they don't have a quarterback. They're not going to be able to. You guys were ready for a championship because you had gone through the gauntlet, the past pre-3. You know what I mean? Like, it takes losing to get better.
No, I can't agree with that more.
Jake wanted me to shout out saying, calling me and him are the top duo on O-line. It's like, do it though. Like, Jake was eating this tournament. I think I caught like the whole tournament in 6 games, and Jake was killing the whole time. Like,
we hear you. I think we're in
year,
store.
I feel like us and VGs, at least national championships.
Yeah, I think we're definitely in store for an amazing NFE season where you have these teams that just came back from national, such as Reapers, Silent Assassins. I think they're going to come in. You guys are. I think everyone's going to come in playing hot, and I think it's going to be a really intense spring season, and that's what we're really looking forward to. But we're going to kind of pivot because we're going to try to get to the next topic real
Torres,
quick.
what are you smiling?
What?
Torres smiling like big time. Like he's got some up his sleeve.
Torres?
They just talking shit about Fro in my chat.
I said stupid friends.
Sounds like it all day long.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
What's up?
4TF ducked that taco and went to FFWCT. I'm standing on that. OTF was scared. I'm standing on that.
Who they were supposed to play? BA? Stop it.
They probably would have lost.
Don't do that. Dom's listening. He said they had all the guys over there. There was nobody in FFWCT. But I mean,
they probably would have lost us too.
Yeah, I mean, we have 30 teams in a bracket, 28 teams. It's not like there was nobody there.
We saw a couple BA guys over in FFWCT. They were playing on some team.
My guys was going back and forth. For sure, they was going back and forth.
I think we played them. I think we beat them. Those guys.
4TF could have came to UFFL and played New Wave and VGs, but
why do we
I'm just saying they ducked that taco.
Why do we have to go?
They're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing in this new tournament that's coming too.
Hey, what was that agenda? I think we're getting a little off topic.
Yeah. So we're going to come back to this. So we have a segment towards the end of this show where we got open talk. Tournament?
Yeah, we in it.
Hey,
okay.
So there you go. 4TF, right?
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's talk about VGs real quick, and then we got some other things we're going to talk about, and then I'll let this open up for you guys to go wild for the last
I'm just asking, did we put Max on here? He gonna talk, bro.
Hey, Max
he hasn't said one word.
BA came Fudge.
All right, let's talk about VGs. Let's talk about was that you that was screaming something at New Wave?
Chupapi Muñeño, whole entire time down the sideline. 80-yard touchdown to the crib.
Why?
I don't know. I just got to be myself at all times. So I just do my whatever first thing that comes on mind. Really.
Now, Lance, this is your first season with VGs, right?
Yeah, these are my boys.
So how you came in as the unknown guy coming in elite. Everyone's like, "Who is that dude?" Right? Now you're playing tournament ball with them. How do you feel with the team? How do you feel like you're meshing with VGs? Do you think that's a long-term deal?
Oh yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Dom really want big Lando over there. You feel me? But sorry, Dom. You feel me? Like I know, I love the fact you talk shit too, bro. You make the game interesting. But big dog over here. Hey, just know next time you ain't getting off so easy. What I do want to say is, in the tourney, whenever they go do that tourney shit down in Florida, they need to get a rule book. I don't care what they say, bro. I just need a certified rule book so I could be content with what the fuck they call. My bad. I didn't mean to be cursing. Will I get kicked for that shit? I've been drinking. My bad.
Ride the wave.
That's both tournaments too, by the way. That's just Florida forever. We played under two different sets of rules down there, and you're just gonna run into that every time you pull in a bunch of refs from different states.
Yeah. They try to get them all on the same page, but they never do.
Yeah, they have like a meeting and everything. I think it's just like you guys said, but from what I've been told this past year, the refs did it. If there wasn't too many issues, but if they did, they partnered appropriately. Can you guys all agree to that? That played out at Nationals for both sides?
Hell no. Look, let me tell one story.
You talking about Tampa and Orlando, or just?
I was watching Reaper's game. Hey,
Tampa
Giuseppe, I was watching Reaper's game, right? Reaper's catch an interception. The referee blew the whistle. It was the inadvertent whistle as the guy was throwing the ball, right? Because they thought it was a sack, but it wasn't. The referee blew the whistle, right? Reaper's catch an interception. So all the referees was like, no, didn't nobody blow the whistle? Did nobody blow the whistle? Why they still give them, like, not Reapers the ball, but the other team the ball? Like, it was so mind-blowing. Like, it like two fuck-ups in one play.
We caught the interception.
We could agree that the refs ass, but, it's VG talk time. I ain't going to lie.
Go ahead. All right, you right. You got it. You got a second place.
My bad. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut in everybody like that.
Are you excited to be on VGs now and have your 5th straight second place finish?
Is that the 5th straight? This is my first second place finish.
Know anything about that? How easy if he hasn't been on the team for the past 9
Liz.
seasons.
Hey man, they're going VGs like 6 years in a row.
Year. Hey, let me just clear some shit right quick. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. All that shit y'all talking, we coming through next year. Hey, I'm saying it now. Somebody mark my
word.
2024 or 2023. You said
no. I ain't saying no 2026 shit like Josh. Hey, matter of fact, going to the argument shit real quick. Hey, I remember Josh said he was gonna kick people out the shit talking shit. They don't pay money. Somebody owe my nigga Lopez $100 on U-Wave. Dom,
who
on? I have no clue. I don't know nobody in this league.
Drop name.
Your boy
drop name. They can get kicked today, right?
Type in the chat. Lopez, do me a favor.
Hey, all right, guys. There's a lot of people that owe a lot
Hey, let me get to some. Let's do this real quick. Let me get to some talking points, and then I'm gonna let y'all loose. If anyone wants to hop off to let Dom hop in on this and talk his shit, I'm willing to let that happen.
I got a big question here. This has been on my mind.
Hey, tell Matt's working out.
Check this out. Right. So what's harder for you guys? You think getting double dip, like have to get 2 losses to be out of a tournament, or just 1 loss on Sunday in the championship and have that and then go like Super Friends? They lose 1, they're done, right? On the other side of the bracket, like VGs, they had to battle through the losers bracket to get there. So they weren't one and done. Do you think it's a little bit harder to go into a tournament knowing that when you go into that Sunday, it's 1 game and it's over, right? Instead of maybe having that chance of going into Sunday with no losses, losing 1 and still having a chance, right? What tournament do you think is harder, the play-in, like the or the double dip? What I think it's. I mean, I want to hear what you guys think.
I think the play-in is harder.
Hey, fuck that double dip shit. My bad.
Double dip seemed like a little bit harder to me because if you lose, you feel me, you go in like that's tough.
You get a second chance.
You gotta play them twice. That's
Jeremy,
tough.
I think it's 2 things, right? There's a lot more pressure, I think, on the single loss tournament. There's a lot more pressure when you get to day 3, right? Because you can't make any mistakes, especially with the limited plays that you get, the limited drives you get. It is definitely way more difficult in a double elimination tournament, especially if you lose early. Like I remember playing back in the Four Locos days, we lost our first game one of the years that we ended up taking second in, and we ended up having to play like 8 games on Sunday after playing 2 days before that. And so like I think when it comes to that, if you don't have a deep team, like you lose early, you're done. Like you have no chance of winning a championship if you lose early in some of those bigger brackets. But I think there's a lot more pressure on the offense, on the defense to make a play every single time when you're in single elimination and 1 loss and you're gone.
I will say this, guys. When we have this tournament in July, it's going to be double dip because it's going to be from some cash money. So everyone be prepared for that double dip come the July tournament because we're minimum cash prize for the ABA Open division is going to be $5,000, and then the minimum cash prize for the D3 one is going to be $1,000. And we're only taking 12 teams in each division. So it's gonna be a tight one, and then it might get up from that. So people are gonna have to choose and get in and have to actually play, or else you ain't gonna win that big money. Real quick, I gotta get to these topics real quick, and then I'll let you. We can do open talk. Is everyone cool with that? So real quick, let's talk about the tournament. The tournament coming up, Indiana Elite Showdown. Game Changer will be sponsoring that. Northfield is affiliated with that. Sign up, register. The link, I'm pretty sure June dropped the event link in here. So shout out to June for holding that. That's going to be a great tournament, as well as captain's meeting is coming up February 19th. All captains will be getting notified in this coming week or so with the information. It's going to be at Sneaker Sports Bar and Grill. On top of that, that everyone's going to be drafting their schedule. So you got to be there. You're not there, you're going to get kicked. So to the bottom of the list. And then whatever schedule you get, you get. And then as well as, we got our second media day coming up. That registration closes February 8th. If you want to represent your team. So I know a bunch of guys next levels in it. I'm pretty sure some Reapers guys, 4TF already did it. I think BA signed up as well. So hop on that. And then season
see some new faces there. Let's get there.
Yeah.
See some of these new jerseys.
We got some 12 people already signed up. Some of them are from the same team. But let's get some more guys out there, more media content, more we can get you guys out there. And then last but not least, my last thing I'm going to say is, we got a bunch of, new stuff coming out when it comes to, game changers and all that. So just be working with us, be on it. It should help us a lot with scheduling and more stuff like that. But let's just talk, open talk. What does anyone want to talk about? Who wants to stir the pot?
Y'all ready now?
Level.
I'm drunk now. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Come on, bro. I said I've been waiting for you.
Let's talk now. OTF, y'all duck y'all taco. Y'all was scared of New Wave.
I like taco.
Y'all was scared of New Wave. I feel like the 4TF and New Wave, fucking whatever it is, Vendetta, whatever. I love watching them games. I love them. Them be the best games of the season.
Hell yeah.
4TF, y'all duck y'all taco. 4TF, stop inboxing my players. Stop messaging my players. Y'all want them, I can't have them. BA comes to everything. That Memorial Day tournament, man? That stack Super Friends team, BA beat them. Long live Chuck. That's my boy. Long live Chuck. PGs, love that team.
Is he talking about TFL?
And BA beat who?
No, the Memorial Day tournament back in
Super Friends didn't play Memorial
I
Day.
didn't play in that tournament.
Yeah.
No,
Super Friends
not
scores.
Memorial Day. Okay, I'm sorry, Josh. My bad, big
Labor
dog.
Day? You talking about
Labor
Day? Labor Day?
Hold
You had
on.
Matt Miller back there. You thought that was me?
You're talking about
hold on.
Oh,
If Josh could say that shit, then
whatever.
hey, next level. Yo, next level. Y'all beat us by 1 point. I wasn't there. Vince wasn't there. Lar wasn't there.
There
Hey.
wasn't all our DBs, bro.
Hey, that's gonna hold on. Before we say something, if we are gonna talk on here, please show up to the fucking games. I hate hearing, well, we weren't there, I wasn't there, then stop, don't talk.
I missed one game.
Every game.
I missed one game.
Every game. Look, show up every game. There's a lot of people on this message board that be talking, but don't show up when the games come because they got shit to do. I don't know. I can name half of them.
Bills.
I can name half of them. They're all on there talking on the message board. They can get on the message board, but they can't show up on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show up, but if I got rent and bills to pay, hey, that shit gonna get paid.
We all got bills and rent to pay. Damn, you know how many excuses I hear that shit.
How many of us are college coaches? Raise your hand.
Oh, bro. Well, congratulations. So when you show up, then talk. But when you don't show up, please don't talk. That's all I'm asking. Like, because I hate hearing that. I hate hearing that I wasn't there. We didn't have Josh. No, they got to be there.
How many times Vince don't show up to a game?
I was just pointing out, you shouldn't brag about being super friends when they don't have a quarterback. You shouldn't brag about being super friends when we do have a quarterback. We're not that great of a team. We've played some great tournaments. We're really old. So if you beat super friends at some point in the past, not really much to talk shit about there. We've lost a lot of games. I've played a lot of games.
Hey, I'm young. I can't talk about being old.
I can't talk. Oh, man.
Now, what I want to know is how Hammer is going to end up winning NFE again, like they always do, despite everyone forgetting that they still exist.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
crazy.
think that's the craziest thing in
Chicago that's something I've been trying to
Phantoms
figure
are great, New Wave's great. All these teams are really good, and yet Hammer still continues to win every fucking year.
No, we're gonna get their ass.
So until somebody beats them in the tournament, I don't want to hear people be like, "Oh, we smoked Hammer in the regular season. They suck. Who knows if they're going to show up? If they're not going to show up." What you do know is Hammer's going to show up when the tournament comes, and they're probably going to beat everybody. So
they better get a roster early this time too.
Rosters are. Well, here's the thing: rosters are going to go through games. We're going to have it on Game Changers now, so there's no excuses because you can add yourself as a player to that roster and verify it. So rosters are going to. That's all going to be talked at the meeting. Last year we tried out a rule where you had to make it by a deadline, have to turn it in. If you don't, you get a 15-yard penalties. Hammer abused that rule until they had to. I will admit it. They abused it. They found the gray area. No lie to that. But they turned it in right before they were about to get not allowed to play in the playoffs. So, I mean, it was turned in, but then it wasn't able to upload. It was like a whole thing, man. It was headache, to be honest with you. You guys heard me out there yelling.
Yeah, we did.
Let's talk about something else.
Hey,
let's talk about people yelling at the press box. Everyone got to cut that out.
What's up with that? Right? I got your back, Giuseppe.
What's yelling at the press box do for you? Nothing.
Dude. It's like a common fact. Everyone's
about as much as yelling at the Mets does.
Hey, if we stop yelling at the press box, maybe he can get the camera going good.
I agree. You know how many times we see like a huge play?
Like, damn, that was a good ass play.
Hey,
yeah, dude. I mean,
can Comp get like film this year? We was promised film last year, and we had to do that like 2 games, and he showed up like half.
So yeah, that's why we changed the way we're doing things this year. We're talking about I maxed it out at 30 teams, so that way we can be at 3 venues. So I got people coming out. Game Changers is helping us out with more equipment. So there's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing so that I can give you guys a better product and stay true to everything. So, and the good thing is with Game Changers now is that like you can go on and do say you want to go on your own film and you want to have your stuff, you can have it right there on Game Changers. Everyone's going to get a community pass. So if you put your film on Game Changer and you have that community pass, you can go back and rewatch it, but other teams can't if they don't have that community pass. So out-of-state teams, it's going to limit them from watching your guys' film before nationals and stuff. That's the one thing I like about it, because it's going to keep that from them trying to, rewatch and study, and hopefully that will help out with that aspect of it.
Hey, knowing some of these Chicago guys, they're going to pass that film around for some money.
Hey, I don't rep Chicago. I rep Haiti.
Some people go pay. Some people go pay.
Oh man.
Hey, next level. Tell Eddie to stop talking if he's not gonna show up to the scrimmages, man. I know it's just a scrimmage. It's just practice. I know, but tell him to stop talking if you're not gonna show up.
How do you think I felt? He was in freaking Danville. Like,
I don't know who's talking.
Where the hell is Danville?
I don't know. That shit somewhere.
Listen, if you talk, you should show up. Agreed. We all gave him shit for it. We told him he was ducking.
Y'all got a solid O-line. Y'all got a solid O-line. But even in the scrimmage, I got 3 sacks on y'all. So, hey.
It's time to address something. Everybody be saying I'm slow. And I know that. So catch me. I don't know. It was actually a Virginia team, honestly.
We gotta tag them, huh?
I wanna get
but
level outside. If we could set that up.
I ain't heard what you said.
Did Josh freeze? He's like smiling.
Yeah, I heard him, but Josh.
Can y'all hear me now? Oh no, you're talking about Pesak.
Yeah,
hell no.
Now we can. No, I'm talking about you.
Oh,
no,
me?
I don't think Pesak froze. I think Pesak has
you're breaking up.
Pesak so I don't got no Wi-Fi, man. I'm moving out this place. I got a lot of shit going on. Okay, that's
and respect. I respect.
Yeah, respect, man.
That shit happened.
So do you guys think with New Wave winning the national championship, with Phantoms winning the national championship, that makes them scarier to go against?
No, not at all.
No. Not at all.
I just wanted to be known.
I played
Dom, before you
the
say
Wild Bunch.
something, I didn't say shit. I just asked a question. So
Oh, my
I
boy,
just
I
want to know,
love
does it
Dom.
make them scare you?
I'm
excited to
expecting New Wave.
see New Wave bump up next year because I think what you can get away with in RAC or in C is that you can get away without athleting teams, and I think that gets a lot more difficult as you move up. There's definitely teams like you watch all the highlights of New Wave playing, and Dom can make almost anybody miss that's going to rush him, right? You put a rusher, two rushers on Dom, he's going to get everybody miss. At the high level, especially where where people run a lot more spread, and even in B or pro and comp, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So I'm excited to see if New Wave's offense changes at all or gets a little bit more structured and formal. But
I think
be ready for that, Dom, because you're not going to be running around everybody once you start moving up.
I think New Wave is gonna do what Phantoms did and not win the first time, and then come back ready and then win again and then win. That's what I think New Wave is gonna do.
So
they gotta adjust. They gotta adjust to how you play in the fucking in that like Dez don't like contact. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Dez don't like contact. Reese don't like contact.
Yeah.
We
can't
see what
contact
happened
them.
when they get hit.
You can't contact Dez. Dez is one of the best receivers in the league. You can't contact him. He ain't gonna let you.
It's one thing to he might not like contact, but I don't know if you're not gonna jam those guys. You're not. I mean, it's gonna be real tough to body them up.
Let's all talk something real quick. This whole time we've been on this podcast, Max has been working out.
Hey, I was just about to bring that up. I'm glad you said it.
I don't even know if
He's
he
their
knows
security
it.
guard.
You could have had Dom in here. I wanted to hear Dom's
Mike and
voice.
Jason
Dom has an online poker game.
Oh, look at his ass.
Mike and Jason seen.
Bro, I don't even think he's paying it. Like,
bro, next
he's
time
just out
I
here
hear,
lifting.
Wow, there she is.
next time I hear one of those betting anonymous things, I'm calling on Dom.
Oh.
Hey, fucking Alex, get around Danny. Danny Martin is one of the meanest O linemen in the league. I guarantee you, your best D lineman won't beat him. Josh Heiss.
Wait, won't be who? Won't be who?
Who are we talking about? I'm confused.
Daniel.
I think he's a little messed up. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if he knows what he's talking about.
Nah, no lie. The best NFE O lineman is Holloway. So quit playing. I ain't gonna lie, he fucked my back up, but just know I'm gonna get his ass this year.
Him and John Benish, they got two of the top ones over there.
A lot of y'all haven't seen Danny, and that's a scary.
Hey,
guys.
TIU.
Hey, fear Danny. They won't
Hey, hold on. I got one. TIU got the best safety in the league. He was playing down the Nationals. Cold. His name Jada Icon.
Shut your mouth, bro.
That motherfucker was playing safety down there.
He was holding it down. I saw him play a little bit of linebacker too, bro. In that first game, they had like 8 guys, bro.
No, he wasn't.
Jay was playing safety.
He was not.
Bro. I swear he was.
Wait.
Yes,
I don't want to
he was.
interrupt, but we only got 2 minutes left.
Let Giuseppe talk. Let Giuseppe talk real quick. I got some shit too. Hold on, Giuseppe, come on.
Hey, we're gonna do some power minutes right now. We got 2 minutes left of the show before we gotta wrap it up. So if you got something to say right now, say it with your chest.
Yo. Hey, I'm taking it right now. Yo, what quarterback in NFE got a complete passing rating in tournament play? Me, nigga. Me. Go ahead. Yeah. One touchdown, one pass.
Google me.
Next.
Google me.
That's what you had to say.
Hey, I got something to say. Fuck Next Level. I ain't never liked them. So I'm on y'all ass.
I second that.
We're ready.
Yeah, you gonna feel up. Tell Turdy I'm bodying his ass up.
I got some.
Who you playing for? Who you playing for, David?
Bo.
Shit.
Fuck 40F.
He's all yours. Good luck, Jeremy. Have fun.
Let's go, Dave.
Hey, Jerry, you got anything to say before we gotta wrap it up?
Do I gotta say
Thank
anything?
you,
NFE is gonna be wild. It's gonna be lit. Nobody's scared of the top dogs over there. Let's be honest here. This NFE is going to be a lot of fun. I don't see anybody ducking anybody here in NFE. When it goes down to tournaments, if you don't pay our bills, don't talk about us. All right? That's how it goes. We'll go wherever we want to go.
Just never forget, guys, you let a team with a dumbass name, Super Friends, win a world title. So
I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all.
Because they're all our super friends.
That name actually.
Well, guys,
I think. Fuck
real quick,
4TF.
say it before I got to wrap up.
Fuck 4TF. BA coming for everything. We'll see.
We don't listen to little babies down in the comp league, man.
We'll see.
Is he playing comp?
Hey, you got to come up, man. Come up.
Giuseppe is trying to say something. You just cut him
We'll
off.
see.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm just trying to wrap things.
Hey, Reggie, shut the fuck up, Reggie. I see you, bro.
That's who I am,
I see
Reggie.
you, Reggie.
All right, guys. Well, this is going to conclude the podcast tonight. Thank you to everyone that tuned in. Thank you, Josh, for coming on. Thank you, Fro. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. Northfield kicks off March 5th. We might have one more podcast before that, one or two. Try to get more people on. So March 5th kickoff. We're going to be back live right here on Facebook with every Sunday, every game. And hopefully we have every field live. So have 3 fields live at a time. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too.
He ain't shot me.
Y'all take it easy.